Hey, you guys, how's it going? My name is Natalie. This is my channel, my so-called Gen X Life, and you have joined me tonight on my Friday night, my so-called live stream. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. We are continuing our summer series on the Electric Youth era, which is the fall of 1987 to the spring of 1992. And tonight we are focusing on television, more specifically, broadcast television, prime time, the sitcoms and the dramas, and how there was a massive change from the end of the 80s into the beginning of the 90s. A lot of our favorite shows ended during this era, and a lot of iconic shows began. Also, I would call like 89, 90, 91, I would call this era the end of classic television and the beginning of the modern TV era. Up until the late 80s, early 90s, I mean, TV have been pretty consistent in how they did things 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. And then the new modern era started in the 90s with the broadcast. The broadcasters started making dramas like Law and Order and ER, and then that was in the more the mid 90s. But then you got into like HBO in the mid to late 90s as well, and then into the current era that we are in today, in the to the streaming era. So I would consider the early 90s to be the start of the modern era. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments. But that's kind of what I look at it as. It was kind of the changeover from the classic era to the modern era. Also, Matt makes a really good point here, I think it was Matt. Hello, guys. That was when Fox came on the air. Was in 1987. So that really changed the broadcast network landscape as well. And then other networks started to pop up in the 90s, like WB and UPN and those kinds of things. So it was the end of the big three broadcast networks and into the modern era. So that's what we're going to focus on tonight. I want to, I know that I said it was going to be Crush Week, but I totally forgot about it, and I had this all planned. So we'll move Crush Week to next weekend, where we talk about all of our first crushes from our 80s and 90s era, in that Electric Youth era, or who are our crushes were, not necessarily first, but who our crushes were from the late 80s and the early 90s. But it's been a crazy week, and I've totally forgot that I said that to you all last time. So sorry, we're going to do that next week. Okay. Oh, Heath, you're so kind. $4.99. This is for Paulo and Keanu last Friday. That's great that you mentioned that. After we talk about TV here on the Discord for an hour or two, we're gonna move over here on YouTube for an hour or two. We're gonna move over to the Discord where we can actually watch some things and listen to some music and not get in any trouble. While we're here on YouTube, we're gonna be watching like promos for shows, maybe some interviews with people, or stories about the end of certain TV shows and beginning of others. But we won't there's an actual pilot that I want to show you guys that ended up not being picked up, but it changed television because it wasn't picked up in a very interesting way. Also, there was a lot of failed pilots that I'd like to actually talk about tonight. So anyways, we'll do that on here on YouTube. And then if you actually want to really watch some things and listen to some music, go over to the Discord with me, and we'll be able to do that over there and not get in any trouble. So thank you so much, Heath. We watched Rush Rush, the whole video last week from Paula with Keanu in it. So that was for that. Thank you. Thank you. Also, it looks like we already got some music requests coming in. Jabbar had $2 for Kathy Dennis's Touch Me. I got it written down and ready to go. And Vizak apparently had Kathy Dennis on the brain as well. Come on and get my love. I will mark that down as well. So if you have any music requests for the Discord tonight, it's kind of turned into like a Friday night videos total requests live type of a situation. You can request different songs or TV shows or different things, and through Super Chat here on the YouTube, and then we can play them over on the Discord and actually watch and listen. So if you want to get your request in, you can do it here on YouTube, or you can do it through PayPal over on Discord when we get over there. Okay, guys, TV, huh? Let me bring up my notes, because I actually made some notes for this because I didn't want to forget a lot of stuff. I just finished up my dinner, and like time, like 7 o'clock creeped up on me really, really fast. So I was prepared, but I wasn't. You know how that goes. Okay, let's see here. So in between fall of 1987 and May of 1992, TV went through a massive, huge shift. A lot of the iconic 80s shows that we loved and watched weekly, like Cosby Show, Growing Pains, Family Ties, the dramas like Magnum PI, St. Elsewhere, Dallas, all of those shows went off the air during that time period. Who's the Boss was another one, Facts of Life. So many. I put a few on the thumbnail for tonight's live stream, but so many of our favorite shows ended during this era, and new shows began with the launch of the Fox broadcast network. We got shows like The Simpsons, Married with Children, that came into the public conversation like you wouldn't believe. I was in junior high when Fox started The Simpsons. Well, it was a Tracy Ullman show when the Simpsons shorts were on the Tracy Ullman show, but then it became its own show. And Bart Simpson was like he's a Gen Xer. He's about 11 years old, I think. So born 1976, 1977. So he's my age, and he's perpetually been my age. So Bart would be 48 now if they would have aged him. But all of the whole Bart mania, all the Bart Simpson stuff, man, that was everywhere. Also, let's see what else ended during that time. Moonlighting ended. We got the iconic ending of Newhart during this era. Miami Vice came to an end. Like I said, Moonlighting, Dynasty, like all the big, like the primetime soap operas that were the big things in the 80s, those all came to an end. And then we got into the 90s, and the dramas were more like Law and Order and Twin Peaks and those kinds of things. 30-something, I think, was around during that time and ran just during that Electric Youth era. Let's see. MacGyver came to an end during this time. Golden Girls ended. The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson ended in May of 1992, and went over to Leno. So, oh my goodness. And then the new shows. Let's see. I just wrote down a ton. Roseanne, Doogie Howser, Baywatch. Let's see here. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Beverly Hills 90210. This was also the era of Saved by the Bell, which was a Saturday morning show, but I still have to mention it because it started as a primetime show called Good Morning Miss Bliss. So, like, so much going on. So there's some of my notes. You guys are going through it here with the comments. I'm not going to be able to keep up. So mods, please help me out if there's anything that comes up that you don't want me to miss. Let's see. What else do I just want to make sure I don't want to miss all of your guys' comments, but there's so much going on. Okay. Let's see. Let's bring up a video. Let's watch a couple of things. I should have had these ready. Share. Gotta hit the share screen button. That usually helps. Here is the promo for the final episode of Family Ties, which ended in 1989. After 7
Sunday, NBC presents the farewell episode of America's family classic, Family Ties.
I miss you very much.
And then Matthew Broderick, Charlie Sheen, and the whole world play hooky.
Ferris Bueller's behind us.
The network premiere, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Sunday.
I forgot that they had played Ferris Bueller's Day Off after the finale.
We'll be right
of Family
back
Ties.
with a special goodbye from all of us at Family Ties.
So here's the goodbye.
For the very last time, we'll be introducing the cast of Family Ties. Courtney Cox. Scott Valentine. Mark Price.
Skippy Handelman.
Brian Botzall. Teeny Others. Justine Bateman. Michael J. Fox. Michael Gross.
This is wild. 1989, so this would have been 37 years ago.
Serenity. Gary David Goldberg.
So this show, I believe, started in 82. So it ran, you know, almost the entire decade. Started in what I would still consider to be like the 70s, because the early 80s were still very 70s. And then it just like became a total 80s show. And especially following like the fashion of Tina Yothers and Justine Bateman. That shows you all you need to know.
Bye, Family Ties. We sure had some good time.
See you all again.
I guess this is all of the staff and actors and crew and all
Bye,
that.
everybody. I love you guys. Never say goodbye.
Bye. Goodbye, everybody. I'm really going to miss you, and I love you. Bye.
That's a good question, Gretel said. I wonder why we never seen a reunion movie.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, guys. Bye-bye.
I don't have to say bye.
Goodbye, everyone. Bye, everybody.
I mean, I would think.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye, Family Ties. Be sure and like.
I would think that everybody would be up for that. Everybody's still alive, right? Parents, yeah, everybody's still alive, so that's good. I don't know. I wonder why. Maybe we'll get one. Who knows? Maybe it could be Michael J. Fox's health. I don't know.
Bye, everybody. And Family Ties.
Bye. Goodbye, dear friends.
Are we gonna get the sit Ubu sit?
Bye. Goodbye. Thank you. This has been great.
Are we gonna
Never
get it?
happen again. Not even gonna look for it.
Come on, we're gonna get it. Please. No! I thought we were gonna get a sit Ubu sit. Good dog. Let's see. Oh, Dale has a request for the Discord. The Flame by Cheap Trick. $5. Thank you so much, Dale. The Flame. Remember, and you guys are doing great with this already. Music requests should be through in the Electric Youth era, and you guys are right on point so far. So thank you so much for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see here. Now, I know the Facts of Life ended too. Now, do you guys remember how the Facts of Life ended? Because, you know, Mrs. Garrett was gone, and then Cloris Leachman came in and, you know, as Beverly for the last few seasons, and Mackenzie Aston and George Clooney were on. But apparently, and I don't remember this, but they were trying to spin off Facts of Life to a show for Blair. And in the very end, their last episode was an attempted spinoff. And it had Mayim Bialik and Seth Green and Juliette Lewis in it. So, and I think it's on YouTube here. Hold on just a second. Yeah, here's a minute of it so you can see. I watched it not too long ago. And somebody, the 80s Quadrant is a channel that has put it on YouTube. So I appreciate them very much for that. So here's a scene from the last episode of Facts of Life with Mayim Bialik and Juliette Lewis and Seth Green.
Hi. I used to go to Eastland.
That must have been a long time ago.
What do you think? Did I overboob? Well, it's not the size that counts. It's just getting them to point in the same general direction. Miss Warner? Before we can admit you, we do require a physical.
Physical?
Oh, that's right. Seth Green was trying to get into the
Just want to
school
make
for
sure
girls.
everything's there and working.
Couldn't you just take my word for it?
Now, don't be modest. Miss Grisby, send in Nurse Cratchit and tell her to scrub.
Wait! Somebody throw him a point! My name is Adam.
In that case, you flunked our physical.
Yes, they were trying to shut down the Eastland School for Girls, and I think Blair buys it and becomes the headmaster or whatever of the school. I think that's what it was. Yeah, okay. Looks like Daniel got it for me here. She had bought Eastland and was going to be the headmistress. Okay, good deal. So yeah, so that was in the final episode, and the whole episode is on YouTube, I believe. Maybe I'm making a video, and I've been working on it for like 6 months of like the first and last moments of our favorite TV shows. I've got to edit it in such a way so I don't get copyright claims left and right. So I've been working on that for a long time. But yeah, I think it's easy to find. Ooh. 10 jewels. What are these jewels? Can somebody explain me the whole YouTube jewels thing? Because I honestly don't know. I saw this was something that they were doing, but I didn't know what it was. Let's see. So make sure I'm not missing any comments. Let's see. My Two Dads. That was another show of the era. Let's see here. Let's go over to a show that they attempted. Well, it was a pilot that never went. This is one that actually changed television in a very interesting way because it was a pilot that starred Salil Moon Fry after Punky Brewster and Jaleel White before Family Matters. And if this show would have been bought and put on air, then we wouldn't have had Urkel. So, I mean, take that as it is. I know it is amazing how My Two Dads is remembered after such a short run. But anyway, the show is called Cadets. Kev the Ripper was really awesome and decided to put this on YouTube not too long ago. And it's been up for a couple of weeks now. It's only gotten 7,000 views. I'm going to put the link in the chat because we're not going to be able to sit and watch this whole thing on YouTube, but we are going to watch it over on the Discord when we get over there later. So, here is Cadets with Salil Moon Fry and Jaleel White. It's an unsold pilot from 1988. It was supposed to be on ABC. It also has Shaft, Richard Roundtree. And Corin Debit.
Soldiers, faithful and true. Mathematics, ever loyal to red, white, and blue.
I don't think these are copyright claimable, but I could be wrong. Hold on. My dog needs to get in and I've got to open the door. Give me like 20 seconds. I'll be right back. Come on, guys. Everybody in. Good grief. Go. Sorry about that. You probably heard me yelling at my dog. I do apologize. A strongly worded, sternly worded, get in the house. All right, here we go. Let's watch some more of this. This was before Major Dad.
That concludes retreat. That concludes retreat. Concludes retreat means knock it off. It is never to touch the ground. I'm speaking to you, Cadet Brigade.
It's never to touch the ground, sir.
It is falling from corner to corner. It's never to be falling from underneath.
This is endless.
I'm speaking to you, Brigham.
It is folded from corner to corner. It is never to be folded from underneath, sir.
It's a flag, not a rag.
Does everybody know how to hold a flag properly?
Not a rag.
It's a drag.
When I was in junior high, we learned how to properly fold a flag. We had everybody in the class had a duty for the week that they had to do. Sometimes it was, cleaning the chalkboard or emptying the trash or whatever. But one of those jobs was to put up the American flag in the first thing in the morning and then to take it down at the end of the day. And so because that was one of the jobs, they taught us how to properly fold the flag. So I've never forgotten how to do that. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that. Wondering if you guys did that as well.
Squad leader, return to ranks. 8 days. You've all been here 8 days, and I must inform you that you are the most incompetent and inadequate theme squad I've ever had the dissatisfaction of instructing. Basically, you're all garbage.
So this is a very Gen X cast.
You.
We are garbage, sir.
It looks like they're all probably between the ages of 12 and 14. I would be guessing, and if this was 88, so that would be all actors born between 74 and 76, pretty much. All these guys here, nice little Gen X crew. I think I would have. I wonder. I'm interested to watch the whole episode when we get over the Discord to see why it didn't fly, because Punky and Slow Moon Fry was such a big deal for our generation at the time. I'm surprised that it didn't fly, especially with all the names that are in it.
And when you're garbage, you need to be trashed. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Company dismissed. Not you, Nichols, McKay, or Ted Hunt. You talked during retreat. You chitted and chatted like diaper-wetting kindergarten babies. For we were lowering the greatest symbol of our nation.
Yeah, it was one of those unsold pilots.
Respect for the American.
You guys remember back in the 80s, they used to show, they would show these things one time, and that was it. They didn't go to series or anything like that. So there was, CBS used to have a whole summer where they would, a night where they would show a bunch of their unsold pilots. I actually got a lot of footage from some of those. They did one in 1989, and we can watch them here in a bit.
Great. You chitted and chatted like diaper-wetting kindergarten babies. For we were lowering the greatest symbol of our nation. You have no respect for the American flag, and I have no respect for you. Cadet earns my respect, or my disrespect, only from what a cadet does. You can chat until you're blue, earn respect from what you do. I speak to you.
You can chit and chat until you're blue, but earn respect from what you do, sir.
I'm speaking to you again.
You can chit and chat until you're blue, but earn respect from what you do, sir.
So, yeah, we were always the kids that had to be corrected and, made to do things the right way. They were so hard on Gen X in TV and movies. We were always the slacker kids or the dumb ones or the ones that had to be corrected in some way. Always. It is kind of weird. Private Punky. All right. So anyway, we are going to watch this whole episode over on the Discord when we're done here. So I just wanted to share that with you. And then I put the link in the chat in case you're not going to go to the Discord, but you'd like to, put it in your YouTube watch later folder. Another unsold pilot was the Adventures in Babysitting pilot from this time. This is really bad quality, but it's the best that I could find. Excuse me. Like, I don't even know why they even bothered.
Thor, give me the power to bring this banana-hogging fiend with me. It's curtains, monkey god.
Brad, you gotta call her. She likes you.
Yeah, but I don't like her.
So what? Her best friend is Carly, and I like Carly.
Well, Carly doesn't like you.
That is why you've got to call Carly's best friend. Because you see, Carly won't go out with me, but her best friend will go out with you. Then I'll tag along, and Carly will tag along, and we'll all be out. Brad, this is very important to me. The girl wears a bra.
Daryl, you're a pig.
Can you please be
Yeah, without
quiet?
Elizabeth Shue,
You're
it's kind of
teaching me
pointless.
the
And
monkey
plus,
bus
you
your
just
friend.
you can't do a babysitting TV show. It doesn't work that way. That's a one-night special thing. Can you imagine trying to be in the writer's room of that show, trying to concoct different reasons for adventures in babysitting every episode?
You'd hear plenty.
In this one, they actually get held up at a grocery store or a convenience store, like at gunpoint because it's getting robbed, and then they get put in a storage room and locked in for their pilot.
Magnetic North.
Wait, are you talking about Tracy? No, that was last week. Beth is Carly's best friend this week.
Beth? Oh, Beth! Hi, Beth. This is Brad Anderson. You are? I mean, I'm happy that I called too. I mean, I'm happy that you're happy. So I guess we're happy.
We're dying. We are dying here.
Yes, we are. I haven't laughed once in this whole first 2.5 minutes. That's not a good sign. I actually did a video. I'm going to go to my own video here. About these failed pilots. That way we don't get stuck on them for too long. But there's so many in this era. So let me bring up my video about it, and that way we can look at some clips. And then get to and then we can get to the shows that premiered. We can also do the shows that ended too. I mean, we're only 30 minutes in. I got a little frazzled and rattled because my dog and cat were going nuts there for a minute. So gotta calm down. Let me find my video. Okay. What year was the Fast Times TV show? I gotta look and see. 86. Too early. Too early. Let's see. Hold on real quick. Gung Ho TV show. 1986. Still too early. Still too early. I'll find it. I promise. Oh, it's at the very end. Of course, it's at the very end of this video. Oh, yes. Uncle Buck. This absolute monstrosity of a TV show. This went past the pilot. They aired for I think it aired maybe 13 episodes.
Who's living life to his own kind of rhythm? It's Uncle Buck.
Did you know there was an Uncle Buck TV show? You didn't? Well, trust me, you're better off. I recorded this video right after I had my surgery in my mouth and I couldn't hardly talk and I had a really bad lisp. So it's hard for me to listen to these videos when I'm talking like that. But again, just like with Adventures in Babysitting and No Elizabeth Shue, how can you do an Uncle Buck with no John Candy? Let's start with some context. Back in 1989, Uncle Buck the movie hit theaters, giving us John Candy in peak form. He played a lovable slob turned babysitter, flipping giant pancakes, driving a car that belonged in a scrapyard, and proving that even gamblers with bad hygiene can have a heart of gold. It was written and directed by John Hughes, the man who practically invented 80s teen angst. And with over 80 million at the box office, Uncle Buck was a smash. So naturally, executives had to milk this cash cow, turn it into a sitcom, and who better to step into John Candy's larger-than-life shoes than stand-up comedian Kevin Meaney. Kevin Meaney was a rising star in the 80s comedy scene, but there was a problem. John Candy's Buck was buffoonish but lovable. Kevin Meaney's Buck was crass, abrasive, and as relatable as a wet sock. There's so much more to this disaster. The movie's premise was simple. Buck babysits his nieces and nephews for a couple of weeks while their parents handle a family emergency. A great setup for a 2-hour film. But for the TV show, no, that's not enough drama. So what did the writers do? They killed off the parents in a car accident. Because nothing says... Yeah, they killed off the parents in a car accident for the Uncle Buck TV show to give them a reason for Uncle Buck to live with the kids. Eclectic Deb, $4.99. I'd have a great playlists if before 1987, but I was dancing to them in the underage clubs. Examples: 99 Red Balloons and Big Country. Gotcha. Yeah, I know that, we were listening to earlier stuff during that era, but I'm looking for the stuff that came out at that time. But yeah, 99 Red Balloons and Big Country. 100%. I might be able to play 99 Red Balloons later in the Discord. I don't know. Maybe I'll get crazy and get outside the era. Who knows? So, well, crap. Got to go back to where I was. Oh, it's been one of those nights, guys. One of those days, one of those weeks. We're just... Oh, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
No.
Okay, we already did Adventures in Babysitting. What do we got here? Oh, yeah, Coming to America. I'll show you Coming to America. Back in 1987, Eddie Murphy was on fire. I mean, this man had the kind of Midas touch where even his piece of shit movies turned into gold at the box office.
I really
that's
am.
An actual Eddie quote about The Golden Child.
Doing big
movie
things.
that grossed over $100 million because Eddie Murphy. Now, Paramount Pictures loved Eddie so much. They basically said, whatever you want, Eddie. You want your own movie production company? Done. TV production? Sure. And that's how Eddie Murphy Television was born. Fast forward to 1988, Eddie drops Coming to America. And Freddie Fan, $5, just because I love these live streams. Thank you so much, Freddie. I really appreciate your support of the channel. You guys are so good to me. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hopefully you'll come over to the Discord with me after we're done here. Gen X Circle Trauma. I see what you did there, Matt. Thank you so much for the support of the channel, guys. Let's make sure I didn't miss anything so far. You guys are so good to me. Boom. Box office smash. Cultural phenomenon, and My Name is Peaches becomes part of the American lexicon. Naturally, they thought, let's bring this magic to TV. The pitch, a weekly sitcom following Akeem's little brother, Prince Tariq, vanished to New York City to go to college. That's right. Akeem sends his unruly brother to Queens College to live on a budget, because apparently that's the move when you're a royal in Zamunda. Well, it got the green light. And who did they cast as Prince Tariq? None other than Tommy Davidson, an electric new comedian who, in his own words, was, quote, the most sought-after black comedian in Hollywood. Bold statement, but he's not really wrong. The man had serious chops, and he was very sought after at the time. Now, this we can watch a little bit of this. It's really bad. So let's watch it, because it is really bad. This is my favorite thing about YouTube, is this kind of stuff.
Why not grow up and mature? As long as I can have some fun doing it. But I've been in New York 9 days and well, it's been a real shock.
A terrible theme. I mean, there's no excuse for this.
I don't know if I'm going to succeed here. I just don't think my brother sending me to New York was a good idea.
You are the royal prince of Zamunda. You will make it here. And if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
Why was I sent here?
If memory serves, the king said that you were spoiled, irresponsible, unreliable, lacking in direction and character.
The king is full of Cocoa Puffs. But he does love me.
He does indeed. But the king is very upset with you. He feels that you are a constant embarrassment to yourself and to your nation.
Me?
Yes.
He's still upset that I put the sandwich in Nancy Reagan's bed. Did you see how thin she was?
That is
she looks like a pest dispenser. Big old head.
Forgive my impertinence, Your Highness, but...
Yay, Gobbledygook can stay up late. Yay. Don't forget to come over to the Discord with us when we're done. You better be there. I'm glad you're here. Thank you, Gobbledygook. Member for 15 months. That's elite. Thank you so much.
There are some days when...
Booty Call came out, I think, maybe 94, 95, 96. I think mid-90s, if I remember correctly.
I wish that you were someone else.
Fine. You want someone else? I'll be Stevie Wonder.
Yes.
Zamunda, I'm going back to Zamunda. Zamunda, go back to Zamunda. I'm going back to Zamunda.
97, okay.
Okay, but I know what will cheer you up. We'll stop by and get concert tickets for the new edition. U2, and of course, you know who? Run DMC. In my sneakers. In my sneakers. Sneakers. You see?
It doesn't. That's the problem. It doesn't start being funny ever. And I'm a big believer in you don't take popular movies and make them into TV shows. And I mean, you get the rare hit, you get your rare mash or whatever, but as a rule, there's a reason that a certain story is put on as a movie and not fleshed out in a TV show. Yeah, this is why pilots don't get sold. It's terrible. Or you can do like they did this to so many movies during this time period. One of the worst things was the Dirty Dancing TV show. It actually aired for 13 episodes. Here's the ad in the intro for the Dirty Dancing TV show with Melora Hardin.
Are you ready for the turn-on show of the season?
Patrick Cassidy played Johnny. I'm probably going to get copyright claimed for the Time of My Life song. Yep, there was a Dirty Dancing TV show. 13 episodes, and they're all on YouTube. And McLean Stevenson, that's right, McLean Stevenson played the dad or the owner of the hotel. They changed the storyline. Yeah, wasn't it great? Here's the first episode is on, like I said, on YouTube. Let's watch a couple minutes. I don't know what happened to the sound. I bet it was probably they probably cut it out for copyright claims would be my guess. Because there's no sound in the beginning. Hold on, we'll get to some sound.
De todo un poco, yo quiero probar. De todo un poco, quiero lograr. De todo un poco, yo quiero vivir.
So I think they changed the premise to where instead of her going to vacation there with her parents, she goes to work there. And that's how she hooks up with Johnny. I don't remember.
The class?
No, I'm looking for the.
Carter? Ping pong? Mahjong?
No, Mr. Kellerman.
Like a guy.
Yeah, don't watch it if you don't want your memory severely wounded. So Melora Hardin was Baby, Patrick Cassidy was Johnny, and Baby gets a summer job.
Mr. Kellerman. There's a lovely lady.
Yeah, McLean Stevenson plays Mr. Kellerman.
Lovely. That's my baby.
Oh wait, who's also Baby's his daughter, Mr. Kellerman's daughter. Baby's name was Frances Houseman. Cherry Orbach is her father, and Emily Gilmore from Gilmore Girls is her mother. This is just awful.
Good to see you. I mean,
Johnny, Penny, everyone. I want you to meet my daughter, Baby.
Francis.
She's going to Mount Holyoke in September. Graduated top in her class, Roslyn High. What? I mean, I'm just telling the facts here. Oh, Johnny, one little thing. Baby wants to work this summer, believe it or not. So I was thinking she could take over as talent coordinator. That's one little thing. Well, you've got enough to do just teaching Mambo to all our wonderful guests here. Yeah, I thought I was handling it. Well, it's off your hands now.
Dad, I could be a waitress.
A waitress? My daughter? Honey, the job is perfect for you. All you do is put together the entertainment. Johnny will brief you later. Right now, I want to hear what you've been up to and how.
I know, it's terrible. I don't want to harm you all as much any more than I have already done. This is bad. Almost as bad as the Ferris Bueller TV show. The opening of the Ferris Bueller TV show, absolutely. I don't even know what to say about it. But here's the first segment. Just if you haven't seen the first segment of the pilot episode of Ferris Bueller's TV show, you're gonna have your brain broken.
This is getting
awful. This is what they did. So obviously it's not Matthew Broderick, it's Charlie Schlatter, and then instead of Jennifer Grey, you got Jennifer Aniston as the sister. But wait till you see what he does. Was that the movie was a movie about his life, but it wasn't real. It wasn't real enough. It was too tame. And so the TV show was going to be about the real Ferris Bueller. Like, seriously? Exactly. Why do a show if you're going to hate the source material? Yeah, Parker Lewis did it better. I talked to Corin Nemec about this when he was on the live stream last year. Parker Lewis did Ferris better than Ferris did. We'll watch another 30 seconds of this, and if you can stomach, yeah, it's amazing. I know. It's so bad. But we're not done yet, guys. There's so many. Let's see here. So you had that Dirty Dancing, Adventures in Babysitting. We already did that one. Oh, here we go. The Bill and Ted TV show.
traveling phone booth to revisit one of the most heinously forgotten chapters in television history, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. No, not the totally awesome movies with Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter. I'm talking about the live-action TV show. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to hurt you.
Here's the setup. You take the magic.
Let's see. Amy Dolan's. This would have been after She's Out of Control.
Dudes who travel through time to meet historical figures and teach us all how to be excellent to each other. And then you throw it out the window and replace it with this. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures aired for a whopping 7 episodes. And
let me actually, instead of hearing me lisp my way through it, let's just watch it. Again, this one is on YouTube as well.
I bless you dudes in the most excellent names of Bill and Ted.
Be excellent! Oh my God. Is that the Crystal Cathedral in Southern California? I think that's the Crystal Cathedral.
Life was a bitch for Bill and Ted in 20th century San Dimas. Yet today, we have much to thank the two great ones for. Bowling scores.
Heath, that's literally the next one I was going to show. Thank you so much, $4.99. Just to show people Sandra Bullock before she was Sandra Bullock, a clip from Working Girl. It's coming. It's coming. Thank you, darling. I appreciate it.
Are way up. Mini golf scores are way down. And we have more excellent water slides than any other planet we communicate with. Although destiny could have taken a most heinous turn, we are thankful for the circuits of time that allow me to travel back and keep the two great ones on the correct path.
Look at these horrible, like who cast these two kids for Bill and Ted? This is a crime, an absolute crime. We can animated shows, anything from this era counts as the Electric Youth era. However, we'll do a week or a night of that focuses on cartoons and animation from this era and how it changed. Tonight, I kind of want to focus on the sitcoms and the dramas. Famous Crystal Cathedral. I was right. Woo-hoo!
Ensuring our most excellent society.
Totally.
A society based on the philosophy and lessons learned during Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures.
Don't worry.
Now let's remember a time before the big homecoming dance at which Bill and Ted were scheduled to play.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
That hurts my ears, and I do not like it. It's not funny. It's sad. So I'm going to go ahead and not listen to that anymore.
Bill, this is most disastrous. What happened? We totally annihilated our amp. Yeah, we have surpassed the sonic limitations of this most incompetent device. Dude, we are two exceedingly powerful musicians. We need a bigger amp, dude. By Friday, dude. Ted, what are we gonna do?
Hello, hello. I thought if you boys were taking a break, you might want something to drink.
Thanks, Missy. I mean, Mom. Bill.
Really?
Your stepmom is such an incredible babe. Shut up, Ted. Never seen.
I can't watch any more of it. But again, all of this stuff is on YouTube. So if you want to dive into these unsold pilots or these failed TV shows that only lasted a few episodes from this era, they're all on YouTube. So they're easy to find. So yeah, and I have a whole video about all of these that are from like the 70s, 80s, and 90s, not just from this era. So it's got, the failed pilots for or the failed shows of like Down and Out in Beverly Hills and Fast Times at Ridgemont High and, Breaking Away and Private Benjamin and all this stuff. So like Weird Science is in there. Yeah, so I am trying so hard not to cuss. But yeah, so we'll go Working Girl next. And the only thing that Sandra Bullock had been in on TV before this show was she played. They tried to spin off a new Bionic Woman. Like they did one of those, remember the TV movies with the $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman with Leah Majors and Lindsay Wagner. And Sandra Bullock played like the next generation. I don't think it was their daughter. They had a son. They didn't have a daughter, but she was like the next generation Bionic Woman. And it was in the TV movie that they did like in 88, 89. She was that. But other than that, this was her first appearance on TV. So this is Sandra Bullock in Working Girl, 1990.
Tess, honey. Now I know it's not part of your job
The
description.
audio on this is not going to be good, so you're going to crank up your devices.
Okay, Mr. Dixon. These are the tickets for my dry cleaning.
Okay.
Here are the keys to my car. It's wash, wax, and fill.
You got it. Oh, Mr. Dixon, before you go, remember my idea to reorganize our payroll system? Well, I thought maybe while you were gone.
And this is Patches.
Hi, Patch.
Yeah, he likes to be called Patches. All right, now here are his favorite toys. And his special food. Oh, and his eye medicine. Directions are on the bottle. Well, goodbye, Patches. You be a good doggy woggy, huh?
Then you need to share them, Heath, if that's the case.
Honey, I'll see you in a week.
See, I got off easy this time. He usually asks me to carry his luggage. So, you want to shoot pool at Nick's tomorrow night? Oh, I can't. I have speech class. Speech? Like you don't already talk perfectly good English. Accounting. Mr. Dixon's office. Is this Ted? That's it? Call it? That's it?
Is this funny? Ha 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 ha. You better drop them in there. We've talked about Secret of My Success before. On an Electric Youth movie night, we'll watch like a trailer or a scene or something like that. But yeah, that's one of the better. Michael J. Fox had a bunch of fun movies. Secret of My Success and Doc Hollywood. All right, like 30 more seconds of this, and then we'll have to move on to something else. This is painful.
Okay, I'll be right there. All right, bye-bye. Personnel, as long as I'm not doing anything this week, they want me to fill in on the 8th floor.
Ah, they got a great view up there.
Right, like a secretary has ever had a desk near a window.
Oh, the towers. Oh, George Newbern. I love George Newbern. He's actually reading a book that I'm listening to on Audible right now. He's a voice actor he reads different novels, and he's actually a great voice actor. Let the river run. Yep, TV shows to movies. Anyways, that's that. I don't think I can take anymore. Okay. One more video. I wanted to show a couple of actual lost pilots from this era. There's a couple that are really good. If I can find them, or spin-offs. All right. Let me see if you guys know any about. This is one of my least watched videos, so I don't know if you've seen this or not. This was a spin-off, I believe, of Murder, She Wrote, called Out of Time. Out of Time was a sci-fi action pilot about a police officer from the year 2088 named Channing Taylor, played by Bruce Abbott, who chases a criminal through time and ends up stranded in 1988 Los Angeles. Sorry, this wasn't the Murder, She Wrote spinoff. This was a different one. But there is a Murder, She Wrote spinoff in here somewhere.
There he meets his legendary great-grandfather, Maxwell Taylor, played by Bill Maher, a man whose hero status in the future has yet to be earned. They team up in order to catch the crook and set history on its proper course. The cast for this failed pilot also included Rebecca Schaeffer, the star of My Sister Sam, who was sadly gunned down by a stalker in the summer of 1989. Christian Alfonso, known for playing Hope Brady on Days of Our Lives for more than 2 decades, had a supporting role along with Adam Ant, who played the futuristic criminal. This pilot did not earn a series pickup, but it did air on NBC as the network's Sunday night movie in July of 1988. I put a link in the description if you want to watch it. The feedback from both critics and audiences pointed to execution issues. The time travel concept was intriguing, but there was an inconsistent tone. Blending sci-fi with comedic awkwardness made it feel uneven. Plus, the special effects and tech gadgets were really, really bad. But still, watch it. It's kind of fun.
Well? Oh no, what?
We can't be here. You can't be here. Today's Saturday, October 19th.
What are you talking about?
Your life. It says here that on the afternoon of Saturday, October 19th, 1988, the City Rail Tunnel collapses. You're supposed to be there. You saved the life of every construction worker in the tunnel.
I do?
I mean, when? When is this all supposed to take place?
Yes, R.I.P. to Rebecca Schaeffer. I think we just passed the anniversary of her murder. Yeah, anyway, on this Out of Time, it was actually a full movie pilot. They used to do those back in the day every once in a while. So it is a full movie. I put the link in the chat if you would like to watch it. It's called Out of Time with Bill Maher. And this was also, I think this was Rebecca Schaeffer's last project that actually was released, if I remember.
My old beat.
Forget it. We will never make it. It is impossible.
Impossible is nothing but an excuse for the weak and a challenge for the bold. Did I get that right?
Verbatim.
Whether they know it or not, there are people counting on us. So what's it going to be? I vote bold.
Bold.
Unanimous. So what are we doing here?
What you're looking for. No more adventures in babysitting. God, no. Oh, yes. This is what I wanted to show you guys. Do you guys remember Puchinsky? Here we go. Puchinsky. Speaking of George Newbern.
I'm Casey, the new dispatcher.
Casey, anyone ever tell you you got a real sexy voice?
All the time, Puchinsky.
Puchinsky was
Hold on real fast. Out of Time it's a sci-fi it was a sci-fi thing with a little bit of comedy in it. It wasn't like a total comedy, a dramedy maybe. So I just wanted to say that. So here's Puchinsky. A surreal comedy drama / police procedural pilot about a tough Chicago detective named Stanley Puchinsky, played by the legendary Peter Boyle, who is killed in the line of duty and then reincarnated as a flatulent talking English bulldog. Now as a dog, Puchinsky continues solving crimes with his human partner, Detective Robert McKay, who is played by George Newbern, as he deals with the challenges of being a canine cop. The premise combines supernatural elements, slapstick humor, and crime procedural tropes. The pilot's tone was a strange mix of family-friendly comedy and crime drama, which made it hard to market or classify. The concept was widely considered too weird and campy, even for 1990. Critics and executives found the mix of talking dog antics with serious crime drama jarring. The special effects and dog training couldn't quite sell the detective reincarnated as a dog idea convincingly. Surprisingly, this pilot aired on NBC in the summer of 1990, but not surprisingly, failed to attract a series order. In the 35 years since, Puchinsky has achieved cult status as a legendary so bad it's good pilot, frequently cited on lists of the weirdest or worst unsold TV pilots ever made, like this one.
Boy, you're really beating yourself up over this, aren't you?
Who said that?
Short memory. It's your partner, Puchinsky. Ha! Surprise!
I've gone over the edge.
You're not real.
You want proof? My badge number is 309. You've got a card in your wallet that tells you how much to tip. Last Friday, you said the sports coat I was wearing looked like the tablecloth in an Italian restaurant. What do I got to do to convince you?
I'll cleanse your palate on the Discord with some music.
Everybody loves somebody sometime.
Oh, it is. It's horrible.
Everybody falls in love somehow.
Chinsky, how did you become a dog?
All I know is I saw this big tunnel and this big shaft of light, and I heard voices at the end of it. Relatives' voices. And they were calling, here boy, come on, come on. And next thing I knew, I had a tail.
This is amazing. You're a dog.
Here it's called.
Oh, Shangri-La Plaza.
It's not a mall.
Do you guys remember this? Shangri-La Plaza was a musical comedy pilot made for CBS in 1990 that centered around a family-run shopping mall in a working-class neighborhood. The story focused on the everyday lives and antics of the employees and customers, blending workplace comedy with family dynamics. It aimed to capture the diversity and humor of urban life in the early 90s, portraying a close-knit community through the lens of this local hub. Now, when I say musical comedy, I really mean it. The entire show was sung. It plays like a Broadway musical dropped into a strip mall. Kind of. With a mixture of romantic subplots, comic rivalries, and showstopper routines. Shangri-La Plaza was filmed on location at an actual mini-mall located at the corner of Vineland Avenue and Burbank Boulevard in North Hollywood. The cast included future Office star Melora Hardin, Academy Award nominee Chris Sarandon, jazz singer Carmen Lundy, and two-time Tony Award nominee Terrence Mann, the original Beast on Broadway. The show also featured Tony Award winner Savion Glover in one of his first TV roles, and an 8-year-old Allison Mack, future star of Smallville and NXIVM cult member. In addition to being in music, Allison Mack. We'll just move on from that. Not the Poltergeist girl.
This pilot was unique because of its colorful set design that came from Emmy Award-winning art director Jeremy Railton, known for his work on Pee-wee's Playhouse. However, the all-sung sitcom was a radical format for 1990 network primetime. Musicals were expensive, risky, and difficult to market to typical broadcast audiences. CBS aired the pilot as a one-night summer fill-in in July of 1990, but declined to pick it up as a series. And I know, for many Gen Xers, the moment you bring up a musical TV series that was an epic fail, the mind automatically goes to Cop Rock. I didn't put it on this list because Cop Rock actually ran for 11 episodes, while Shangri-La Plaza was a one and done.
Got no job, got mouths to feed, and Paris seems so far away. So long, goodbye, she's gone. That's life. My hopes, my dreams. You know it's never what it seems. Ain't it always the way? No. Ain't it always the way? Ain't it always the way? Ain't it always the way?
Oh, yes. The Turner and Hooch pilot. I'm just going to kind of let myself talk on the video for a second because I made this video like over a year ago. It's called 20 TV pilots from the 70s, 80s, and 90s you didn't know existed. So, yeah. If you're interested in this kind of thing, it's there. Based on the 1989 Tom Hanks movie, the Turner and Hooch TV pilot from 1990 followed Detective Scott Tom
Turner,
Wilson,
who must solve crimes while cohabitating with Hooch, a large, slobbery dog. Similar to the film, Turner, now played by Back to the Future star Thomas F. Wilson, attempts to maintain order as Hooch's chaotic behavior continually disrupts his work and home life. Oh, and I should mention that the role of Hooch was once again played by Beasley the dog, who also starred in the movie. The tone of this pilot aimed for family-friendly procedural comedy, blending crime-solving with canine antics. It's pretty obvious the premise just didn't work as a TV show, though.
Without Hanks, it failed to capture the movie's original spirit. Turner and Hooch did air just once as part of the Magical World of Disney in July of 1990, but now it only exists as an industry footnote as one of the many film-to-TV attempts that never took off. The Magical World of Disney. That's one thing I wanted to talk about tonight. Was during this era was the Sunday night Disney movie era with Michael Eisner introducing each movie. We watched one on the members live stream earlier this month. We watched Rock and Roll Mom with Diane Cannon. It was awesome. But we're gonna watch Parent Trap 3 here before too long on that night for the members live stream. So I wanted to touch on the Disney movies that were on ABC on Sunday nights during this era. We're going to be here on YouTube for a little bit longer because I'm not going to get in trouble playing this kind of stuff. However, thanks to the internet, if you have the desire to watch it, you absolutely can. It's available here on YouTube, and I put a link to it in this video's description.
Sit down, Flapping Jaws. You had breakfast.
They did. I do remember Earthstar Voyager. Actually, we're going to watch a little bit of my video that I did about the Disney Sunday Night movie during this era because I talk about Earthstar Voyager in it. Yep, Parent Trap 4 as well.
You missed the muffin.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Yep, Hawaiian honeymoon, that's right.
Hooch, that is not your food, okay? I'm sorry, Mrs. Nolan. What in the name of food? Hey! Breakfast is on the house, everybody.
Oh. After Look Well, we'll move on. But I want you guys, do you guys remember Look Well? This was a show before its time, ahead of its time, if you will. Look Well was a pilot created by Conan O'Brien and Robert Smigel that starred Adam West as Ty Lookwell, a washed-up TV detective star who genuinely believes he's a real detective and that his old TV skills translate to real police work. Lookwell sets out to solve a string of classic carjackings in his town, fumbling hilariously through clues and interacting awkwardly with real police officers who tolerate his antics more than respect his methods. It's a dark, absurdist comedy about a man chasing relevance and justice with zero self-awareness. Produced by Lorne Michaels and the SNL crew from the early 90s, the pilot was made for NBC, who aired it in the summer of 1991 in a weekend time slot that the network reserved for burning off pilots that they had passed on. Despite its sharp writing and hilarious performances, Look Well was considered too quirky and dark for mainstream audiences in 1991. The show's absurdist tone and anti-hero lead were a hard sell for NBC's primetime lineup, which favored more traditional sitcoms or dramas. However, Look Well has gained cult status over the years thanks to word of mouth and its availability online. Comedy fans often cite it as a lost gem and praise West's brilliant self-aware performance. Look Well is now seen as ahead of its time, paving the way for later, more successful meta-comedies starring flawed or deluded protagonists. It remains a must-watch for fans of offbeat humor and West's post-Batman career. The link is in the description.
What seems to be the problem, officers?
We're handling it, sir. Could you please step back?
I don't think you understand. I used to play a detective.
Oh, yeah. He was Bennigan.
No, that was George Kennedy. I was Bannigan.
Can we get back to this, please? We'll do what we can, sir, but this is the 5th lot to have a classic car stolen this week.
Sounds to me like a string of classic car thefts. You boys better check it out. As Shakespeare reminds us, how oft the sight of means to do ill deeds makes ill deeds done.
Would you get lost?
Very well. I'll leave it to you, gentlemen, for now. And as for you, sir, it wouldn't hurt to be more careful about the kind of scum you rent your cars out to.
Oh yeah, Revenge of the Nerds!
That won't stop the Revenge of the Nerds.
Yes, we have another failed TV pilot based on a popular movie. 7 years after the original Revenge of the Nerds became a surprise box office hit, Fox tried to turn it into a weekly sitcom without any of the stars from the film.
Yes, Look Well is on YouTube. Let me get you the link. Because if you guys haven't seen Look Well, you're missing out. You're going to be sad after watching this that it wasn't made into a TV show. Here's the link. Freddie, you've stumped me. $5. Au pair. Awesome. Also, student exchange. Oh. You're talking about Disney movies. The student exchange. And then Morgan Stewart's Coming Home. That I'm not familiar with. We'll go back and check on some of these here in a second.
This pilot was essentially a soft reboot of the original story. A group of socially awkward but resourceful students band together to take on the jocks and win a place for themselves on campus. Mr. Belvedere star Rob Stone took over the role of Lewis, and Lightfield Lewis took over as Gilbert. And I must mention that Robbie Rist, aka Cousin Oliver from the Brady Bunch, took on the role of Booger. But while the Nerds movies were raunchy R-rated comedies, the TV version was toned down considerably for network television, stripping away much of the edgy humor in favor of broad, family-friendly gags. Without the recognizable cast or the unapologetically bawdy humor of the films, the pilot struggled to capture the same magic. Fox ultimately passed on the series and the pilot never aired, but it did show up on the panty-rated edition of the Revenge of the Nerds DVD and Blu-ray. The failure of this pilot once again highlighted a common challenge of the era. Adapting an R-rated hit into a PG-rated sitcom rarely worked because it meant removing the very elements that made the original property stand out in the first place.
You guys showed me something.
Hey, we're going to be the coolest fraternity on campus.
The one that gets all the babes.
The one that gets all their flu shots.
Okay, girls, it's photo time. 1, 2, 3.
It'll be there soon. All right. There's so many. One thing that I did notice about when I was making these videos was that the networks didn't really know what to do. Like they seemed very lost during this switchover. They weren't quite sure what audiences were looking for, or they weren't quite sure what they wanted to show. I don't know, but all the like we said earlier, all the big 80s stuff was ending, and for the new era, it's kind of like with when you have a new TV show. Like the first season of so many TV shows or the first few episodes are like trying to find their way before it like settles in to be good. So the first few episodes are usually kind of rough. That's kind of how this switchover was into the new era of television. The first few seasons like weren't that great. Like there wasn't a ton of, last forever type TV shows that started in this era. Roseanne started in this era. Seinfeld started in, I think, 89 or 90. So, those were a couple that lasted for multiple seasons, but there was a lot of misses during this time. Well, they were trying to figure out what the 90s would look like for a primetime schedule. So, yeah, all three of the original networks were having problems in the early 90s. I think CBS probably was doing the strongest. They had Designing Women, and they had Murphy Brown. They had Newhart, but Newhart ended during this time, which we're going to have to watch that last scene. Wonder Years, that's a good one. That kind of lasted through this era, this 88 to 92 era. I don't think it lasted much longer than that. So, yeah. Pretty crazy stuff. Am I right? I know it is unusual that the executives were clueless. Let's see here. Let's go over to the Disney movie video that I made. It's called Disney Movies Only 80s Kids Know About. This is another one of my least viewed videos. So it's kind of, I like this idea of pulling up some of my videos, and it kind of gives me some structure to what to talk about. And it has clips put together that you guys can watch. And I know that we're not going to get in trouble. That's always nice. NBC still had Thursdays. That's true. Cheers was still on. But what else was on Thursday nights besides Cheers? Because I guess Night Court ended during this era. What else? Because Friends didn't start till 94. Seinfeld started in this era, but I'm blanking on other NBC shows. Law and Order started in this era. But yeah. Help me out. This was the video that made you download things like Rock and Roll Mom. You're welcome. Wings. Ooh, that's a good one. I even had that on my 90s shows that you don't remember unless you're Gen X video. Here, I forgot them. Sometimes there's just too much in my head. When did Frasier start? Did Frasier start right after Cheers, or was Frasier already on when Cheers ended? I think Frasier started afterwards, didn't it? We'll talk about it more. Let's watch some of the Disney 80s from this area. I'm going to show you the opening to this video because I worked hard on this video. I want people to see it.
Good evening. My name is Michael Eisner, and I'm here to introduce the Disney Sunday movie. Each week, we are going to present a new and original motion picture made especially for television and especially for you. We want to make Sunday night in Disney a family tradition once again. For my generation, Walt Disney brought fantasies to life. He brought our families closer together, and he helped shape our values. But more than anything else, he gave us unending joy, and he never failed to entertain us. For those of us responsible for carrying on this tradition, we have one goal, and that goal is very simple. We must do for this generation what Walt Disney did for past generations. And for you kids who are too young to remember Walt Disney, now it's your turn to have the same kind of fun that your parents had. So sit back, make yourself comfortable, and let's spend the evening together. Your family and mine.
Generation X has a very unique history and experience when it comes to Disney. Our boomer parents grew up on the classics, with Walt himself at the center of the once iconic brand. Our millennial little brothers and sisters were blessed with the Disney Renaissance and Golden Era Disney Channel in the 90s. But Gen X, we got 70s and 80s Disney. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not a complaint, just an observation. And it recently occurred to me that the Gen X and Zennial experience with Disney is so very different from other generations that there is an entire subgenre of Disney movies that only 80s kids know about. These movies are such a big secret that they aren't even on Disney Plus. If you're an 80s kid like me, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The made-for-TV Disney movies that were introduced each week by then CEO Michael Eisner, aka the Disney Sunday Movie, the brief revival of Disney's classic anthology series that aired on ABC for 3 seasons from 1986 to 1988. Hi, my name is Natalie, and this is my channel, My So-Called Gen X Life, where I talk about all things 70s, 80s, and 90s. And today's video is all about 80s Disney, specifically the Disney Sunday Movie. Now, for clarification, the Disney Sunday Movie was on ABC from 86 to 88, and then it jumped to NBC and changed its name to The Magical World of Disney, airing from 88 to 1990. You might remember this because this is where we got Parent Trap 3 and Parent Trap Hawaiian Honeymoon, which starred Haley Mills and the Creel triplets. But in this video, I'm going to focus on the movies from the ABC years, which are also known as seasons 30, 31, and 32. I'm going to remind you of some titles you probably haven't thought about in a long time. And thanks to the channel Keeping Walt in Disney, every one of the movies I'm going to talk about, if you guys like this era of Disney, the 70s and 80s, Keeping Walt in Disney is a fantastic channel. They have all of these Disney Sunday night movies on there in full, most of them with the actual commercials. It's fantastic. Is available on YouTube, and we're talking original airings with Eisner introductions and the OG commercials. It's absolutely glorious. If it wasn't for YouTube, these movies would forever be locked in the vault. So I am extremely grateful to Keeping Walt in Disney, and I have added links to each movie I will be talking about in the description below, plus each season's playlist. If you've got small kids or grandkids and need some family entertainment for the upcoming holidays, these Disney Sunday movie playlists are an absolute treasure trove. George Newburn's all over this
hours
live
of good
stream.
stuff. Now, there are 77 episodes in total of the Disney Sunday night movie. And as much as I would love to talk about each and every one of them, I don't want this video to be 3 hours long and take me a month to make. So instead, I'm going to talk about my absolute favorites, and hopefully they're your favorites too. This is also a good time to point out that not every episode of the Disney Sunday movie was made specifically for TV for the anthology series. Instead, each season was a collection of films that included Disney live-action theatrical releases, animated classics, and original movies made for the Disney Channel and VHS releases.
I miss the days when they would play like theatrical releases for like a special network Sunday night movie. You know, they would do that all the time with all kinds of different movies. And they aired the Star Wars trilogy on broadcast TV. They aired Back to the Future on broadcast TV, and then all these Disney movies, the classics, the Mary Poppins, and the, you know, like all of this stuff was, I missed that. I missed those special presentations of those. And we would all like, cause you know, I mean, you could rent them, but it was fun. It was one of those TV events that, you know, everybody would watch, you know, whatever movies on that night. But I missed that era so much. And I really feel like that really ended in this era that we're talking about, event television. Yes, we had like must-see TV Thursdays and that kind of a comedy block, but like that whole idea, because cable had creeped in, video stores were everywhere. So that whole idea of, you know, everybody sits around the TV and watches the same thing really started to fall off in the 90s. I mean, if I remember correctly, would you all agree with that?
During the Disney Sunday night movie years, some of the classics they aired on ABC included Mary Poppins, The Parent Trap, Swiss Family Robinson, and Bedknobs and Broomsticks. They also aired some modern 80s theatrical titles like The Journey of Natty Gann and Flight of the Navigator. One week, they showed a 70s theatrical release titled The North Avenue Irregulars, which I absolutely adored and never forgot about, so I had to mention it. It's about a preacher and a woman's church group who team up to fight organized crime. It stars Edward Herrmann, Barbara Harris, Karen Valentine, and Cloris Leachman.
If you haven't seen The North Avenue Irregulars, I highly recommend. But yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's not even the same anymore. But it was in this Electric Youth era was when that whole concept of appointment television, you know, common events on TV, broadcast TV, just really started to dissipate in the 90s because of cable and video stores and, you know, premium cable and things like that. We had so many more choices. It was starting to diversify. And then, you know, you get the internet, you get streaming and all that. And then it's just so diverse that you can't even compare today to then. But I'm just saying that this Electric Youth era was the time where that really started to change, in my opinion.
It's such a good time. And if you want to watch it, you can actually rent it on Amazon Prime Video. Okay, sorry for my tangent. Let's get back to the topic of this video. The original made-for-TV Disney Sunday night movies.
Got my Disney font downloaded.
In the mid-'80s, the Walt Disney Company...
Hold on, let's get to the actual movies. Here's a little montage of some of the movies from this era.
You're our kids.
What a turnoff. What a nightmare. What's a worse kid?
He's renting.
You're being paid to make it believable.
She's renting.
I'm having a little domestic crisis.
And everyone's paying the price.
Said it was a nightmare, didn't I?
When Cindy Williams stars in Help Wanted Kids.
Gold mine.
We'll continue after these messages.
Oh yeah, my commercial breaks for the show, for the video.
Now back to our story.
For the next episode, Disney followed up with another original movie titled Time Flyer. Now, this movie was part of the Disney Home Video Collection, and it was released on VHS in 1985 with the name The Blue Yonder. But when it was added to the Sunday night movie schedule, it got a new title and some additional footage that was cut from the VHS release. Time Flyer starred Peter Coyote, Art Carney, and Huckleberry Fox, and it's about a young boy who travels back in time to the 1920s to try to save his grandfather.
Tonight on the Disney Sunday Movie.
My father was a dreamer. He died in a crazy exploit.
Could you change things?
Exactly 7:30 tomorrow morning. It'll be the right opening in time.
I cannot stop you from making that flight.
You have to leave in exactly 10.5 hours.
Peter Coyote, Huckleberry Fox, and Art Carney star in Time Flyer.
It's the ultimate form of travel.
As February 1986 rolled on, the Disney Sunday movie lineup included a double feature of 2 short films titled The Last Electric Night and 2.5 Dads. And there was this is a little early, this is 86, so we'll go to 87. Oh, hell, let's play Canadian made-for-TV movie titled The Undergrads, which was about a grandpa who goes to college with his teenage grandson. In March of 86, we got the premiere of The Richest Cat in the World, about a talking cat named Leo who inherits $5 million when his owner dies.
Tonight on the Disney Sunday Movie.
A Birch Grove cat has inherited millions of dollars.
He's got 9 lives, $5 million, and 1 big secret.
I can talk.
Now the fur's really flying.
Hi, Lounge Singer.
Let's go. I can smell it already.
Cat.
When the cat talks, it's catastrophe with the richest cat in the world.
Well, I couldn't be happier myself.
In April of 86, Disney gave us I-Man, starring future Quantum Leap star Scott Bakula and the kid from Flight of the Navigator. I think his name's Joey Kramer. It's about an ordinary man who gains extraordinary abilities after surviving a freak accident.
Tonight on the Disney Sunday Movie.
Dad, he's coming back.
Jeffrey Wilder is now an indestructible man. I'm never gonna die.
An inseparable father and son suddenly become indestructible targets.
Just like you.
Sounds like suicide.
I'm the only one who can save the world, so here I am. We'll click on next.
What are you worried about? Yours is indestructible. This is over. I think you should have a complete physical.
I-Man on the Disney Sunday Movie.
Way to go, Dad.
Disney went for the tears the week after I-Man with a movie called A Fighting Choice. It was a drama about a teenager battling a life-threatening illness who fights for the right to make his own medical decisions.
Good evening and welcome to Disney Sunday
Before
Movie.
he became
Tonight's film, Fighting
Sam
Choice, is about a teenage boy who has epilepsy. It's a story of how he and his family struggle to cope with his condition. We portray the subject matter and the physical seizures it creates realistically. Our intent is not to shock you or make you uncomfortable, but rather to share with you a young man's extraordinary courage and his determination to have the kind of life that you and I take for granted. As parents, I encourage you to watch this film with your children. As a family, you'll be glad you did.
Tonight on the Disney Sunday Movie. They're a typical family with one exception.
I'm being sued by my 16-year-old son.
Let me have the surgery. It's just too risky.
The answer's no.
When Dad orders me to go watch some TV, I know something big is going down.
Suing your parents, it takes a lot of guts. A case like this is torture for everybody.
I want you to call that lawyer right now and tell her you made a mistake.
I'm moving out.
Karen Valentine and Bo Bridges star in A Fighting Choice.
This is the last chance I've got.
Then they went to the other extreme the next week with a haunted house tale that we all know and love titled Mr. Boogedy. Mr. Boogedy!
Tonight on the Disney Sunday Movie, the Davises are moving into a new house.
Definite fixer-upper.
Where the tenants are deceased. but not departed.
That's a good point.
House is not haunted.
Keep an eye out for the Boogity Man.
What boogity man?
Now it's every man, woman, and child for himself.
I saw him! What a weirdo. Dad's gonna negotiate with Mr. Hammerface.
It's spirited family fun. Mr. Boogity. Good move.
Okay, do you guys remember Keanu Reeves in a Disney Sunday night movie? It absolutely happened when he starred in Young Again alongside Lindsay Wagner and Robert Urich. It's about a 40-year-old man who wishes to be 17 again, and he gets his wish granted. Spoiler alert, Keanu plays the 17-year-old version of Robert Urich.
Tonight on the Disney Sunday Movie.
I wish I was 17 again.
I'm a kid. I'm a kid.
What's it like to be young again?
This is great.
40-year-old Michael Riley's about to find out.
This is insane.
Especially when he bumps into his old flame.
This is some coincidence.
You want me to believe that you are a 40-year-old who has simply aged very well.
It's the truth.
If you go to the prom with him, I'm never speaking to you again.
Lindsay Wagner, Robert Urich in Young Again.
Everyone's talking about it.
We'll continue after these messages.
These movies are the ones that we're watching in our members only live stream. After we do our live stream on the first Sunday of every month, we go over to the Discord and watch a movie, and we're going to be focusing on these Disney Sunday movies over there. I might put one or two on the Monday night schedule if you twist my arm.
Now back to our story.
In May of 1986, 80s Kids got two more double features of
Fuzz
short films.
Bucket.
One week we got Fuzz Bucket, followed by The Deacon Street Deer, and then the next week we got Case Busters and My Town.
Tonight on the Disney Sunday Movie, a double feature. First,
Wow, a real counterfeiting deal.
when three kids try to stop two crooks.
You're losing it, Grandpa!
It all adds up to one wild and woolly time for the Case Busters. Then, what happens when big city ideas come to a small town?
Something real weird.
It's comedy, conflict.
They'd actually fire me.
And
Hey, I have the whole year planned out for Monday night at the movies, but I mean, if we want to just watch Disney Sunday movies, we can.
Disney classics and
I mean, I've worked so hard. I don't even, where's my schedule?
Kicked off in September.
It's around here somewhere. Here it is.
With an original.
I got all these movies scheduled for the rest of the year. Y'all want to play and change? Let's say last Monday we watched Sense and Sensibility and Mr. Holland's Opus. It was the best night of movies we've had so far. It was so good. So good. But if you guys want to watch Sunday night Disney movies, we can do that. This Monday, in like 2 days from now, we're doing a double feature of Can't Buy Me Love and Teen Witch. But I'm open to change. Now, I will not change my September. We're doing a Kevin Smith retrospective in September. So we're going to be watching everything from Clerks through to Jay and Silent Bob reboot and Clerks 3. We're going to go through the whole View Askew universe in September. So I'm not going to change that. And then at the end of August, we are watching the Thornbirds. We're doing a mini series, so I'm not going to change that. But other than that, I mean, I can be maybe convinced to change. Yeah, you want me to skip View Askew? Yeah. Yep, good old Ronald Miller. Yep, you know it. Oh, let's see here. I'll give you a rundown of what I had planned. So after this week with Can't Buy Me Love and Teen Witch, the following week I had a double feature of Red Dawn and Toy Soldiers. After that, I had Fight Club, PCU, The Thornbirds, then a night of Clerks and Mallrats, a night of Chasing Amy and Dogma, a night of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back and Clerks 2, and then Jay and Silent Bob the Reboot and Clerks 3. In October, I have The Program, Can't Hardly Wait, Never Been Kissed, The Craft, Fear, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and The Faculty. In November, I have Election, Office Space and The Matrix, Blue Chips and Hoosiers, Somewhere in Time and Empire of the Sun, The Jerk, Brainstorm, Back to the Future, The Sweetest Thing, Anchorman, Christmas time is Miracle on 34th Street and The Family Man, and then after Christmas is Henry V. That's my plan. Yep. See, I think that's a pretty good schedule, but if you guys want me to change it. You've been meaning to watch Empire of the Sun for decades? Well, on November 23rd, make sure to join me on the Discord because I'm going to be watching it that night. It's my birthday. It's one of my birthday week picks. So, anybody can handle a young Christian Bale. I mean, okay. Let's get a little bit. Oh, yeah. I want to watch this one here. Double Switch, baby. 87 was one of my absolute favorites. Double Switch stars George Newbern in a dual role and Elizabeth Shue as the love interest. It's all about a teen rock star named Bartholomew who meets a high school student named Matt through a lookalike contest, and they decide to switch places for a week, and of course, things don't go as planned. They both discover that the other's life is very different from what they'd expected. I know. And you'll see. The song is great. The movie is good music. They made some banger music for that movie. Heart of the city. Take to the streets. Make a turn on the freeway. You can run. That was a remake of Prince and the Pauper, by the way. So I love movies like that. February of. Oh, this is a good one. You guys remember this one with Punky Brewster? 87, we got another little gem. This time starring Punky Brewster herself, Soleil Moon Frye. You did, Grendelson. It is one of my birthday week movies because I was named after Natalie Wood. So that's one of the reasons why I put it on there. Alongside Paul Reiser in his My Two Dads era. I think a lot of y'all will remember this one. It's called You Ruined My Life, and it's about a girl named Minerva who lives in a Las Vegas casino with her rich uncle who spoils her rotten, while Reiser plays a math professor who gets caught cheating when playing blackjack. How do their two stories collide? Well, you'll have to watch to find out. Remember, I put the link to all of these movies in the description.
Tonight on the Disney Sunday Movie.
I'll call out the National Guard.
Take one young girl who knows how to live.
What? No room, Senna?
Add one unsuspecting teacher.
You might need punishment.
Imagine my chagrin.
All she needs is somebody to believe in her.
And it's a whole new course in laughter and love with Punky Brewster's Soleil Moon Frye.
Are you trying to destroy me? I'll take that as a yes.
You Ruined My Life on the Disney Sunday Movie.
I love you, Jack.
Punky Power.
We'll return after these messages.
All right, I've done enough about Disney for this. We need to go into some shows that were ending and some shows that started. That was kind of the whole point of this whole live stream. Let's see. This is the final scene of Growing Pains from 1992.
Been glued to a table before?
I'll have to be careful with this one because I'll have to pause it because they'll come at me hard.
All right, put your hands on my neck, and when I pull on you, I'll throw your weight towards me, okay?
Okay.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
I never did stuff like that. I've always been a perfect angel.
Oh, well, what about the time you threw that tantrum because you thought we were all playing around after you went to bed?
Yeah. Can I help it if I've got a healthy imagination?
Oh, no.
It's not fair. How come I have to go to bed and everyone else gets to stay up and have fun?
Oh, this is one of the most famous episodes of Growing Pains when Chrissy was convinced that everybody was having a party when she went to bed. So good. But yeah, the final episode of Growing Pains saw Maggie gets a job in Washington, so they move, they sell the house. One of the most famous things about this final episode and finale is they brought back Tracy Gold for the episode, who had been away because she was battling anorexia. And she doesn't, they're eating pizza in the living room and she won't eat it. It was very sad. I did a video about this, but luckily she was able to, get healthy and get past it. But she had gotten down to like 80 pounds, and so they had to kick her off the show so she can go get help.
I hear you laughing. I know what you do. Wait, of course it goes to bed, then party, party, party.
Party, party, party.
Well, I guess Chrissy must be asleep by now.
What do you want to do tonight?
Oh, I don't know. Want to play Barbies?
Okay, Marty, we're going to play Barbies. You want to join us? Chrissy's asleep in the fun story.
Looky there. Look who's that. Look who it is. It's Leo DiCaprio.
Boys, if you're going to jump on the sofa, you got to jump harder. The spring's in the end.
Where did you get these? They're gorgeous.
Santa Claus brought them. Just waiting for a special occasion.
She gets so mad. Yeah, we don't need to go through all the clips. All right, let's do the actual final scene. That was the point of this.
Oh, watch yourself, baby. Well, I don't mean to break up the fun, but we've got a long drive to Washington. Guess we better hit the road.
Yeah, I gotta go break in my new landlord.
Dwight's driving me to my dorm. Can't we stay and see what the new people look like?
I'd rather not know.
Me either.
Oh, come on, we better get moving.
Oh.
Goodbye.
Like they would leave their family photo. I mean, like of all the things that you would leave behind accidentally, but at least you remembered it. Wow. Oh, I love Growing Pains so much. There was a good 4-year period there where I was just, Kirk Cameron was everywhere on my wall, like covered every inch of my wall, except for the baseball card wall. But then New Kids on the Block came out and pretty much dethroned him on my wall. But he was there for a long time. Strike the set. That's right. Don't get sad. Don't get sad. These were supposed to be fond memories. Here, this will make you laugh. Nope. No talk about Kirk Cameron on my stream if it's not going to be good. That's right. That would have been a good thing to watch after the series. I should have watched the first episode or the opening of Hanging with Mr. Cooper. I totally forgot about that. But here, let's watch the Newhart finale first.
Ah! Honey.
That's a good question.
Honey, honey, wake up. You won't believe the dream I just had. But don't you want to hear about it?
The thing is, though, like, 'cause this was a surprise, and we all know this. I think we probably all know the story behind this. But the thing is, when they cut to this bedroom, you could tell just by the set dressing, the bed cover, that it was the old set, and it kind of like they almost lit it too much to where you could see too much too soon. But still, it's so great.
Honey, honey, wake up. You won't believe the dream I just had. But don't you want to hear about it?
All right, Bob. What is it?
I was an innkeeper in this crazy little town in Vermont.
I'm happy for you. Good night.
Nothing made sense in this place. I mean, the maid was an heiress. Her husband talked in alliteration. The handyman kept missing the point of things.
God, Newhart's such a great show. Now I want to go back. Just listening to him explain the premise. It's so funny. It makes me want to go watch the show. Hi, I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl, my other brother Daryl.
And then there were these 3 woodsmen, but only one of them talked.
That settles it. No more Japanese food before you go to bed.
Highly recommend, and I can understand this, Matt. This definitely was a show, aimed at boomers. And it was hard to maybe get when we were younger, but the older I got, the older you get, the more you'll appreciate this show. I highly recommend a rewatch now that you're in your midlife era, as other Gen Xers are, because it will hit different and it holds up, and it's really, really funny.
And I was married to this beautiful blonde.
Go back to sleep, Bob.
Good night, Ellen.
What do you mean, beautiful blonde?
Go to sleep, Emily. You really should wear more sweaters.
Did you guys see when they mimicked this on the Breaking Bad final season DVD when they had the alternate ending? Have you guys seen that? Don't spoil it in the chat if for those that haven't seen it, because I can play it. Yeah, wear more sweaters. Yeah, we're gonna watch some Coach. You guys remember this? I'll bring it up. So they did a play on the Newhart thing. Did they send my plaque as soon as I hit 100K? They did. About 2 or 3 days after I hit the 100,000 mark, they sent me an email and said that I was, that I had qualified for it, and then they send you a link to get your plaque. So yeah, happened pretty quick. Yep. Malcolm in the Middle to Hal and Lois. You gotta love the creativity. You really do. Let's see here.
Coach knows winning.
Did you have your heart set on doing anything special tonight?
Well, just, one thing particularly.
Coach knows losing.
I'm sorry.
For what?
I don't know.
Greg T. Nelson's back as coach Tuesday after Roseanne.
It is. It's my profile pick, and it won't be like that forever. I'm just saying, not forever.
Newsday calls Coach a coach's dream.
Let's hurt some people!
Coach scores, says the New York Post.
Sorry we couldn't win one for you.
We didn't care.
Most of the people did.
We had dates.
Yeah. Meet a stiff that refuses to come quietly.
Could you bag them up for us? Paper or plastic?
Hooperman after Coach, Wednesday.
Trust me, he's comfortable.
Hooperman. I will. I'll keep it there for a little bit. Yes, she did. Shelley Fabre was a 60s TV star and sang Johnny Angel. Johnny Angel, how I love him. Broman Fifth Flow. This was the first movie trailer that I have watched in years that has made me excited to go see a movie. I might actually drive the hour and a half to the movie theater to watch this with my mom and my stepdad and my brother. I was too young for Rocky. I mean, Rocky 1 came out the year I was born. Rocky 2, I was too little to go see in theaters, but I remember seeing Rocky 3, Rocky 4, and Rocky 5 in theaters, as well as Rocky Balboa. Rocky is my favorite film series of all time. It is my favorite, and I am so excited. For those of you that have not seen the I Play Rocky movie trailer, doesn't go with tonight's theme, but we're going to take a quick time out. We're going to watch it. Yes, we're moving over to Discord. I know I've got a lot going on over here, but we'll move over to the Discord in the next 30 to 45 minutes. So let me bring up I Play Rocky real fast, and then we'll get back to it. I'm super excited about this. I really am. I will say, I hope we start seeing more movies and TV shows about this kind of stuff, about some, like behind the scenes or origin stories or how things were done for a lot of the iconic TV shows and movies that we grew up with. There's so many stories there. And I love that kind of stuff. And not like the cheesy, Lifetime tell-all movies, but like real, show what these guys did, show how they got their movies made, show how, these shows that we love got on the air, or how these movies that we love were made and got into the theaters. I want to see that kind of a thing. There's so much story to be tapped there of all of this stuff. And I would love to see more of this. I would like to see Hollywood go in this direction with a lot of their storytelling. A movie about, or TV series about, Michael freaking Landon. I mean, his life. He was on 3 hit primetime TV shows in his life. There's just so many stories that you could see, that you could make. I know Breaking Bad is very Gen X. Breaking Bad was written and created by Vince Gilligan, who was a Gen Xer. You can fight me on that. Came out in 2008, when Gen X was still making stuff. Gen X made everything up until 2012, and then it stopped. Yes, Bixby, Bill Bixby. That would be I'd love to see that. Oh my God.
You talk like...
I really like this actor that they got to play Stallone. The voice, everything. I mean, I just watched the original Rocky not too long ago, and I mean, it's really good. And the way they recreate some of the scenes from it, it's really, really good. Ooh, behind the scenes of MTV's launch. Guys, we need to just have a brainstorming session for Hollywood to let them know what they need to be making. Yes, I believe Stallone is left-handed. I would pay money for a Bill Bixby biopic as well. Paul, is that the most of them are insanely inaccurate. That would be the one thing that I would require of stuff like this, is that I want accuracy. I want authenticity. I want true stories. I don't want some, just sanitized version of things or agenda driven things. I just want the truth. The truth would be really nice. I'll give you that. Maybe not 100%, but like what they did in Bohemian Rhapsody was a crime. Like, you know, Freddie deserved a proper film. And in my opinion, that was not a proper film. It did not show his life in, you know, very truthfully. So like maybe, I mean, you know, perfection, we're not going to get perfection, but I would just like maybe some love of the source material and some respect for the truth. That'd be nice. But the story behind this is really fascinating. I mean, he even had to Sylvester Stallone had to sell his dog. You know, he was so broke. He was able to buy him back after he sold the Rocky script, but I mean, he was broke, but he held out because he knew that he had to star in this. He was Rocky. So yeah. I mean, why Marvel has not done this is wild to me. Like you could make an incredible TV show about the early days of Marvel Comics. Like so good. Yeah, Carl Weathers would be proud. I think you're right. And I love that little thing. I mean, I had no idea. Oh. Chris Baker, remember for 21 months. Like you are an OG channel member, and I thank you so much for that. You watched a really cool video about Commodore computers. If you're Gen X, there's a good chance that the VIC-20 or the 64 was your first PC. I did not have, our first family PC was an Apple IIc, but my first personal computer that I did anything on was a Commodore at school. That's where I played Oregon Trail. Yes, Bill Conti was a huge part of Rocky. That music is everything. But yeah, there's so many movies that could be made about the early days of comics, movies, or just the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. Like, give me those stories. There's so many stories. Okay. Let's get back to TV shows that were starting or airing in this era. To this day, I love Rocky so much. To this day, that Rocky 4 is like the whole soundtrack of Rocky 4 is still my workout music. Plus, I Had the Tiger, of course, which was from Rocky 3.
Next. And it happened. It was a miracle. It was a dream come true.
The Wonder Years moves to its new day at...
How you doing, Roseanne?
My feet hurt and I got bouts of periodic depression, but other than that, I'm fine.
That's Roseanne at her new time. Then a special sneak preview.
When it comes to respect, no one has more than Luther.
He's a football coach learning to be a father.
They got great steaks here, unless you're a prime rib man, Stu.
Oh, we're not eating red meat yet.
Why not?
Oh, we're cleansing.
Coach, tonight.
Sunday, look who's out for a little fame of her own. It's two-time Emmy Award winner Debbie Allen with a few famous friends. Robert Guillaume, Felicia Rashad, Philip Michael Thomas, Little Richard, Whoopi Goldberg. It's the Debbie Allen special.
Then, who's trying to kill Robin Gibbons? Robert Guillaume.
Get my daughter out of there.
Robin Gibbons.
I don't want to die.
The Penthouse, Sunday.
Starting tonight, it's Roseanne at her new time, following the Wonder Years.
Man, now I'm thinking about TV shows that were airing, that were only on during this era. Somebody just posted the entire series of Just the 10 of Us in like really good quality.
It is.
Okay.
Let's watch a little bit of the pilot.
Because I don't want to.
April 2nd, moving day. It's official. My life is over. I know I've used this phrase before in this journal, but this time I really mean it. My life is over. And who's responsible for doing this to me? My own father. My own father. Right. We can be modern day pioneers, saith Dad.
Just the 10 of Us was a spinoff of Growing Pains.
Let's trade.
He was originally Mike and Carol's teacher at their school, and then There was a whole episode where they spun him off to just the 10 of us.
These graffiti-covered walls for the American dream, right? The man babbles senselessly about being able to go to bed at night without locking the doors. Why anybody would want to do such an insane thing is beyond me. And standing blindly at his side is dear, sweet mother, her belly yet again swollen with child. How gothic. Poor Wendy will never have to choose which of the Babat's boys she likes the best. And Cindy, that delicate eastern flower, will have to moisturize like crazy in the dry western air. And Sherry's reign as the top student at St. Paul's will be cruelly cut short. Pathetic Marie, after just figuring out she can sneak in late using the fire escape, will never get a chance to use that information. And baby Harvey will no longer be lulled to sleep by the soothing sound of jets coming into JFK. Only pig breath is excited by the stupid.
Matt Shackman, is it Shackman or Shackman? But he's a director now. He directed well, crap. Come on. He directed
by the soothing
WandaVision.
sound of jets coming into JFK.
Him. He directed WandaVision, and I know he's done other things, but anyways.
Only pig breath is excited by the stupid move, and that's only because he's running out of kids to fight around here.
Hey, Jar.
I tried.
You're a Californian, huh? What did you call me?
I need the chair.
Yep. 3 of them were on Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Of course, Heather Langenkamp being the most notable, but so was Brooke Thies, and I can't think of the other girl's name, the redhead girl's name. But we'll get them here because we're going to watch the intro. But I freaking love this show. This show got a bad rap. It should have never been canceled.
And a heart full of hope. We're planting a family tree.
Graham, we've forgotten. We've forgotten one of our children.
Dad! What about me?
Now, if you all remember the theme song, sing it with me. Twin Towers.
If I can stay on the ball, take
St. Louis. All right, sing along. With Bill Medley. I'm doing it the best I can. Leaving anybody but me. Saying it the best I can. Nothing comes easy. Jamie Luter. If you guys are interested in watching this whole series, it is on the channel Blu-ray Extras. And I'll put that link in the chat. Of course the baby was played by twins. It's a great show. Here's the first scene from the Wonder Years. Of course, I'm going to have to be careful with the sinking music. That's right, Joseph. They did. ABC admitted that they did make a mistake pulling Just the 10 of Us. They pulled it for another show that only lasted like maybe 13 episodes, if that. By the way, so Wonder Years started in 1988. It was set in 1968, 20 years prior, which at the time felt like it might as well have been the 15th century. But 20 years ago now, kids, is 2006. Like, my mind hurts when I think about things like this. I really didn't understand at the time while I was watching this as a kid was just how volatile of a time the late 60s was in our culture and that generational divide between the dad and the daughter, and then with dad and Kevin and his brother, you know, like, and then, you know, just how volatile things were in the country at the time. I had read in history books or whatever about, you know, the revolution and the things that happened in the 60s, you know, with the peace, love, and all that stuff. But it didn't really click what a vital and volatile time it was in the history and the generational divides. All right, I'm probably gonna have to put this on the Discord schedule. Right now, we are watching we watch movies on Mondays. Wednesdays we watch Little House and Cobra Kai, and on Thursdays we watch Incredible Hulk in Las Vegas. But we're almost done with Hulk. We're almost done with Cobra Kai. So I'm adding in more shows. And maybe I need to add in like another hour or two of programming so I can put more, so we can watch more shows together. There's just so many good shows to watch together, guys. And I believe I have all of Wonder Years already. I think I need to double check, but I think that's one of the shows that I do have. So what's a waste of time? If it's a waste of time, then don't hang out here, dude. Like, I don't need that kind of vibe in my chat. Mods, when I get crap like this is such a waste of time, just knock that kind of crap out of my chat, please. Okay. Maybe I'm trying to keep my weekends as free as possible because I stream Monday through Fridays between YouTube and Discord. So adding a sixth night would be really tough. But I'll try to figure it out. I also have to make videos. That's the big problem, is anytime I'm streaming, I'm not editing. So yeah. I think I might change the chat status to only subscribers and members can comment. Timeout has been applied. Thank you. Danica McKellar is a great follow on X if you are on that site. She's really great because she's a math genius, you know, and she does a lot of work in math education, which I love. She's so smart. No, we're not the biggest show from the 70s. We're actually it's from the early 2000s, Las Vegas, with James Caan and Nikki Cox. You know, we watch it for Nikki Cox, basically. It's just like a fun, silly watch. And we have Heath there who worked on the show, and he likes to give us all kinds of behind the scenes details. Let's see. Vizak. Okay, let me go through these. I gotta write this down for the Discord. Bye bye Mon Cowboy in French. She was huge in Canada. Now I have a new rule that I'm not playing or doing anything that I don't know. But because it's Vizak and you've been around for a long time, I will try this. In French. Je parle français un peu. Un peu. Let's see. And then, oh yeah, Freddie Fan had, so did we do student exchange? Did I show that one? An au pair? I don't want to miss these. I didn't get to student exchange during that Disney thing. And I'm so sorry because you gave me a super chat. So I will go back to this in here in a minute. It's going to be a long night, guys. We're going to be here on YouTube for a little bit, and then we're going to get to the Discord for a little bit. You know, till like midnight. So sorry for skipping on that, Freddie. Chris Baker, $5. Just the 10 of us was great eye candy. And the show definitely, instead, it was supposed to be about, I lost my light. I forgot to charge it, and it only lasted 2 hours tonight. All right, there's another backup light. Just the 10 of us was supposed to be focused on the parents, on the coach, the Bill Kirkenpower. I can't think of his last name. The dad But the girls became so popular that this show shifted focus to the girls. So it's definitely eye candy. Charmed was also great eye candy. The best show ever for eye candy was Glee. Are you a Gleek? No, not a Gleek. I watched a few episodes when it first came on, but not a Gleek. Really? That was the best show for eye candy? I think those of us that are watching Las Vegas would beg to differ. I mean, you know, I get to watch Josh Duhamel for 2 hours every Thursday night. It makes me happy. I'm shocked how long the YouTube has gone tonight. The only reason is because I'm playing stuff that I'm not going to get in trouble for. But we do need to watch the cadets pilot over on the Discord. So let's see. It's 9:20 my time. I will go to 10 o'clock here on YouTube, and then we're going to switch over to the Discord at 10 o'clock. So 40 minutes from now, we'll switch over. Let's see. I'm putting Wonder Years on the schedule somewhere. It's got to happen. So good. There's so much good stuff to watch. Let me get back to that super chat for Student Exchange, because this was a good one. A Disney Sunday movie. It's got Heather Graham in it, that's right. So it is on hold on. The whole thing is on YouTube. I'm just going to show you the promo. And not in the wrong language, I'm not. I have this trailer. Oh, that's in Greek? Amazing. I have this trailer somewhere. Dang it. Fine, we'll just play part of the movie. I'm so good at playing things in the wrong language. Full Greek. We'll watch the opening.
Tonight on the Disney Sunday movie.
There it
Where are
is.
you from? You've been my counselor since 10th grade.
Nobody ever noticed them, so they changed identities and came back to their school as foreign exchange students.
Got it? See?
It's an adventure in student affairs
I'm all yours.
with an accent on physical education.
This has been the best 8 weeks of my life.
Student Exchange, the Disney Sunday movie coming up next, with special guest appearances by O.J. Simpson, Lisa Hartman, and Lindsay Wagner.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Oh my god. I know, and I get flustered really easily. It's not good when you're trying to run a live stream. Morgan Stewart's Coming Home. That was one that I wasn't 100%. I couldn't remember, but it had the John Cryer in it.
Okay, let's do it.
Morgan Stewart hasn't lived with his parents for 6 years. But now his mother's come calling.
You did.
To take him to a place even more frightening than boarding school. Morgan Stewart's Coming Home.
OJ.
Hi, Dad. You didn't have to wait up for me. You will stay on restriction tonight, tomorrow night, and for the rest of your young life.
Is this some kind of joke?
We're going to be a family for kills.
We'll fight him, Tom. On the beaches, yeah, on the land, on the sea. Together we can beat him.
I think we're talking the Nobel Prize for revenge.
It's John Cryer, a freedom fighter doing battle against the ultimate enemy, his parents.
There's no known cure for puberty.
Lock the doors, bar the windows, hide your daughter, because Morgan Stewart's coming home.
There you go. I do so much better on Tuesdays. Oh, that's right. Earthstar Voyager. I did get a request for that as well. I I am more structured on Tuesdays because we're reading the book. Friday night's more of my hangout where it's just kind of random, whatever I want to do. Yeah, it was a red grave. I saw that. I do so much better on Tuesdays. So much better. Come on, Grendelston. Show me some love. Speaking of, while we're talking about Tuesdays, give me just a moment, shall you? So, this fall, we are going to be reading the autobiography of Matthew and Gunnar Nelson called What Happened to Your Hair. And if you join me and Grendelston on the Tuesday night book club between now and then, while we're reading The Fourth Turning and 13th Gen, you can enter a chance to win that book. And look at this. I am giving away 5 copies of What Happened to Your Hair. So, if you would like to win one, yeah, my copy's right behind me. I didn't want to get it mixed up with the new ones that I bought to give away. So they are officially here. So if you would like to enter for a chance to win one, you got to watch Tuesday nights. Starts at 7 o'clock Central. I know you weren't trying to be rude. Of course you're eligible, Heath. Of course you are. I'm writing down all of the entries and then numbering them, and then I'm going to have people pick numbers. That's literally how it's going to be. So there's no reason that you can't be, that you cannot enter. You should. I finished the audiobook as well, and it was so good. It was so good. So yeah. I'm excited to read it again. Excited to read it again. But yeah, so all those copies that I'm going to be giving away have arrived. So I just wanted to let you know that I wasn't lying about it. Actually, if I am able to continue book club next year, it's not a for sure thing that I am going to be able to do that next year. But if I do, it's going to be all Gen X autobiographies, and Confessions of a Prairie Bitch was going to be the first one that I was going to read. I've already read it, but I mean for book club. And I was going to go through one autobiography per month. I wanted to reread Prairie Bitch, and I wanted to do Christina Applegate's book, and there's a lot of people have written autobiographies, and so yeah. So what happened to your hair? You're looking for spoiler alerts? I'm not going to tell you. You got to read. No, Melissa Gilbert's book is definitely, I mean, we won't read them back to back, I don't think, unless people really, really want to do that. But no, that's definitely on the table as well, because I loved her book as well. It's good stuff. So yeah, if I'm able to continue book club next year, it will be Gen X autobiographies the whole year. But I cannot commit to it yet. We'll have to just kind of see how things go. So, I just bought Matt Perry's autobiography on my Audible account because I had like 4 credits I needed to use, and so his book was one that I bought, and that was definitely be on the list as well. Okay, guys, I'll sit with you for 30 minutes here on YouTube, and then we're going to move on to the Discord so we can listen to some music and watch that pilot. I also need to get a fresh beverage. My hot flashes have been so bad this week that, like, I mean, you can probably see me glistening. I cannot get cool at all. Melissa Sue Anderson's book was so bad. I read hers third. After I read Melissa Gilbert's first, then Allison Arngram's, and then Melissa Sue Anderson's. By the time I got to Melissa Sue's, it was just not good. I hate to say it. Not that I would, I mean, I don't want to discourage anyone from reading it, but I wouldn't put it in my book club just because it was everything that you need to know comes from Gilbert and Ingram, in my opinion. I haven't read Karen Grassley's book, but I would like to. It's a healthy glow. Thank you. The other book that I just couldn't read, and this broke my heart because I loved her so much. But Debbie Gibson's book, I couldn't get. After like the first couple of chapters, I was like, I can't do it. It's awful. Maybe I should get the actual, the actual hardcover version and just read it in my own voice, because she was reading the audiobook and it was just, it was bad. Oh, I know they are. I'm not. I'm not into that. No, thank you. I'm a Landon purist. I'm an Ingalls and Landon purist. I love the books for what they are. I love Landon series for what it is, and I'm just gonna leave it right there. I don't need any more. Okay. Oh, I bet that's interesting. The Boys by Ron and Clint Howard. I bet that's very interesting. I love Andy Griffith's show. Like I grew up on the Andy Griffith show. I still watch the Andy Griffith show. But yeah. I bet that's an interesting one. Let me know how it goes. Yeah, exactly. No reboots, no spank you. I'm telling you. I have a portable air conditioner that I wheel around with me where I go to room. Like we have the house is air conditioned, but then I also have a portable extra one that sits right next to me and blows cold air on me directly. If I could turn a room in my house into a walk-in freezer, I would do that. If I could turn my office into a walk-in freezer, I would do that. Yes, we are gonna. I actually, Joseph had that planned over on the Discord because of the copyright situation. But yeah, we're gonna watch a little bit of Carson's last episode, and we'll do that Bette Midler's one for my baby. Whew, okay. Okay. Well, that's good. Did you listen to the audiobook or did you actually read the written word? Because I was listening to it on audiobook and I just couldn't do it. I let the Nelson Boys pop in a lot of places in the early 90s. Let's see here. Whew. Earthstar Voyager. I promised.
On the next Disney Sunday movie,
I chose you all for this voyage. Do me proud.
a young crew sent out to find a new home for a dying Earth finds itself fighting for its own survival.
Why don't you just quit? I can't do that.
Lured to an alien world by renegade marauders. A new generation faces the challenge of a lifetime.
They got us trapped.
The adventure of Earthstar Voyager.
Yay! The Adventures of Earthstar Voyager. That was actually supposed to be a series that they didn't do. You read Debbie's first and Nelson. So you read the written book. So that's a big thing because her reading it just didn't work for me. It just didn't work for me. I couldn't do it. So I'm going to have to go ahead and buy it. Now, see, Nelson's was different. Don't get me wrong. I love that I have the actual written book. I love it and I will cherish it forever and ever. If I ever had the chance to meet them or go to a show or whatever, I would want them to sign it. This is beautiful. But the joy of hearing them do the audiobook was added to the experience. It was so good. Have I told you that I like this book? I'm not sure if I've told you that or not, but I do like this book. Have I ever done cartoons? What do you mean? Like for this summer series? Not yet. It's going to be for this summer series, we're going to do cartoons before the summer is over. But I haven't done it yet. Okay. Trying to keep up with the comments, but I'm not doing a very good job, so I do apologize for that. Let's see. Last Carson, which I did have prepped. I just don't want to forget. What else did I have? Let's see. I can't get through this without doing some of the very first Fox stuff. So now you guys do know that Married with Children had different kids in the original pilot. So well, I'll try to make it clear as we go throughout this evening. So I'm going to show you guys the original unaired pilot, a little bit of that with the other kids. Let me get it open. Is all messed up because of the they muted the music, but we can at least look at the other actors, because Bud was a blonde boy and Kelly was a brunette girl. So we can't listen to the music here. I'll put on some music while we watch. If they show it all here. Yeah, Roseanne had a different DJ. Growing Pains had a different Carol. I did a whole video about this. Full House had a different Danny Tanner. A-Team had a different Face Man. So there's a lot of pilots that look different than from the actual show that aired. So this is the so there's Bud and Kelly. Yeah, Bud and Kelly, the originals. Oh yes, pilot season was a thing. I loved pilot season. I think I talked about that last week, or maybe it was on the Discord. I stream so much I don't remember when I talked about it. But yeah. Dang, what were we just talking about? I talked about how much I love pilot season. Like, I live for the 22 episode network TV year, you know, the fall, the September premieres, the sweeps months in November and February and May, and the finales in May, and then the summer reruns. Like, I lived for that whole thing, the pilot season, all that good stuff. It's my favorite thing ever. I miss it. That's the kind of TV that I still watch, which is why I make videos about, you know, lost pilots or you know, different TV seasons, because that's just 70s, 80s, and 90s TV for me is just, I don't need to watch anything else. He actually had 2 different pilots with a different Janet and Chrissy in each one. So, I actually made a video about that. Of course. Yeah, the TV Guide Fall Preview. I still have the 100 Biggest Moments of TV according to Gen X, which was based on a TV Guide Fall Preview or TV Guide Special Preview or Special Edition. But I got to get the 90s movies trilogy done first. I haven't been able to work a lot this past couple of weeks for many different reasons. But I promise part 3 will come out, and then I'm going to get to that TV Guide inspired video as well. Weird to have a music in the background while I'm talking. I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't like it either.
Hi, Mom. Dad, can I have
$5.
I like comparison.
When I was a kid, I had to earn my money.
You know, but when I was a
Did
kid,
you
I had
ever
to earn
once
my
think
money.
about earning your money?
Did you ever?
I wish they would play them one at a time instead of at the same time, because then it gets kind of weird to listen to. So I'll turn it down a little bit.
Once think about trying to earn your money?
Do you want to know who Kelly was
Dad?
with this afternoon?
You want to know who Kelly was with this afternoon?
Isn't it weird?
You know the kid they call Cobra?
You know the kid they
The
call
guy with
Cobra?
the sore on his mouth?
Good job, son. Thanks, Dad.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
Joey's dad's waiting for me outside.
He's gonna
We're
take
going
us
to
to the
basketball
basketball game tonight.
Mom said it was okay. Bye.
The Lakers are in town. He really wanted to go.
Hi, Mom. Dad, can I have $10?
Who are you with today?
Nobody.
Does nobody
Does
have a
nobody have a
name?
name?
You know, Tom, Dick,
Cobra with a sore on his mouth.
Yep, I did a video about that.
It's not that kind of story. He just fell asleep.
He just fell asleep with a cigar in his mouth.
Because they had different actors playing most of the different. The mom and dad were the same. The kids were different, except for Ron Howard. It was a different Joni, I think, was the biggest thing, and then there was a different Chuck. They had like 3 different Chucks before they got rid of him completely. But yeah, made a video about it. I know it's a little discombobulating.
Bud, you have to give Kelly to Bud. You have to.
Hello, Billy Judd.
Remember, Al.
Hey, she's going out with a guy named after a reptile.
His real name's Stanley. They only call him
Sweet.
They only call him Cobra
Did you
because
find
he has
this
one thing on
acceptable?
his van.
Did you find this
He's a very
acceptable?
nice boy. I've met him, and he's a very nice boy.
That's the
Crouching Taylor Hints with $2. This channel had a different Natalie originally. That's true, because the original Natalie had like her actual, it was before got all my teeth removed and replaced. And I think I had like 20 less pounds. So I was definitely different. Oh my God, guys. I started Reformer Pilates a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if y'all have ever done this, but I'm going to look so amazing in about 6 months. So you just know that. Secondhand Natalie is cool. New to me teeth. That's correct. Hey, baby, those implants cost me a lot of money. I'm going to show them off. But yes, Reformer Pilates. If you don't know what Reformer Pilates is, I might have to show you a video real quick. But I'm going to look amazing. And I'm starting to, so my plan, because I'm like 100 pounds overweight. Let's be honest with everyone. Let's be honest with ourselves. I'm going to be honest with myself. I'm about 100 pounds overweight. Normally in my normal life, I am, anyway, I would fluctuate all throughout my 20s, 30s, and early 40s. I would fluctuate between, like, my lowest would be 135 and my highest would be around 150, 155. Like if I got inch into 160, like I was getting a little chunky. But in the last few years, I have gained a lot of weight, and it takes me 100 pounds to get back to that little spread. Yikes. So I gotta look good. I gotta shed some weight. I gotta get healthy. I don't care about being skinny and all that stuff, but I want to be healthy. I want to be able to move and be, and like have a strong core and have, muscles and easy on the joints and what have you. So, so the plan is just to start walking every day, which I have, but I'm trying to get up to where I'm doing at least 8,000 steps a day. 10,000 would be best, 12, but at least 8. So I'm walking every day, and then I'm doing Reformer Pilates. Now, I've started with twice a week just so I can learn. I'm in the beginner class, but once I get through that, I'm going to knock it up to about 3 to 4 times a week on the regular class. So, and I'm also doing, basically it's, I want to burn more calories than I bring in and be active and get myself healthy. So, yes, I got to get in shape to run down the little house hill. So, and yeah, exactly. But thank you, Crouching Taylor Hidden Swift, for that. But yes, we are at a critical age to get rolling with the health. And you're exactly right, Lounge Zinger. Like, we can really determine the quality of the rest of our lives right now. And yes, I will pace myself. I'm not going to overdo it to extremes, but I really, really, Reformer has been the first exercise that like I don't like going to exercise classes. It's never kind of been my thing. Or like going to a gym. I like to do things at home, or work out with home videos, do my buns of steel videos, or walk, or like a home gym type of a thing. But the reformer Pilates has been the first thing that I've ever done that I really truly enjoy. Like an hour goes by so fast. I'm not sitting there hoping, like, oh my God, 30 more seconds, 1 more minute, 2 more minutes, or whatever. Like it's so fun. If you have a reformer gym somewhere near you, or a place that does reformer classes, highly recommend. Let's see. So, and I also have a place in the Discord called Gen X Health and Fitness, where I have ignored, but I need to get back into it, because that's a place where we can talk about this kind of stuff and kind of share the things that we're doing. Or, one of the things that I've been going back and forth on is hormone therapy for menopause and perimenopause. I have looked into that, but I'd love to hear people's experiences if they've done it. But yeah, I just, I don't want this, I'm obviously not a health and fitness expert or guru of any kind, but I'm not going to be a gym rat. I'm not going to be a gym influencer, but for people our age, like, we've got to have habits and do things that there's things that we can do right now that can make a big difference for, the second half of our lives, if you want to look at it that way. So anyways, watch a little bit of the rest of this. See, I get a little worried about HRT as well. I mean, it's
2 great kids.
I'm sorry. Hey, I didn't hear.
I know that. Oh, nope, not yet. We're not doing that yet. Yeah, I know it works for some people, but I've never been a person that likes pharmaceutical anything, or, shooting anything into myself. I'm just a pot smoker. I don't want to pop pills or put needles in myself. But yeah. And I've looked at the GLP-1s and, the Ozempic type stuff just to lose a little bit of weight. But then I'm like, who knows what the long-term effects of that stuff are. So anyway, there's a place for that over in the Discord. We can talk about that kind of a thing. But reformer Pilates, that's what I've started, and I've really, really enjoyed it. And that's the other thing, San Diego Christie. I've seen that that the hormone replacement therapy does increase risk of breast cancer. So, I mean, yeah, there's just so many things. Oh my God, premature Nelson. Oh, I should show you guys. I've been working on merch. So I've got merch started on the channel. If you watch any of my videos, I've started a couple of different ones. I had a couple of t-shirts, one that says it's a Gen X thing you wouldn't understand, and the you wouldn't understand part is written in cursive. Anyways, I'm putting together a t-shirt and some stuff that says it's time to Nelson out. So everyone is on a GLP-1. Well, you are in California, Grendelson. But anyway, so I've been putting together some t-shirts and stuff, and some mugs, and they're below my videos. But yeah, I don't know what do you all think of this kind of design. I put it's time to Nelson out on the shirt. Then on the sleeve, there's a little tiny drawing, like a sketchify pic of Nelson, and then the tag has my channel name, my so-called Gen X Life, on the tag. So you won't be wearing that. You'll just know that it's there. But I'm looking into that kind of stuff. I've switched the conversation over to health, and that's okay. That's okay. That's what we can. You gotta put the long hair on the end in the Nelson. You're right. I do. I gotta put some kind of hair on there. I agree with you. And that's one thing I need to work on. But it's a work in progress. Your whole family's on GLP-1. Wow. I don't know. Put my logo on the front. Okay. Yes, the dryness. Oh, I'll have to look into their font. That's a good idea. I like the way you think. We can do more TV stuff next week and crushes. We'll mix the two together because there's so much more TV that we didn't even go near because I got so wrapped up in unaired pilots, failed pilots, and Disney movies. So I do apologize for that, but this is just kind of an anything goes all over the place stream. It's just a hangout. So we watched a lot of good stuff though. We saw a lot of great stuff. And I know branding is important. I just didn't know if you guys wanted to wear shirts that had, my so-called Gen X life on it. But I'll at least have it on the tag. But if I can do some branding. So next Friday we will do Dale's wanting ready for dinner. Okay. Next Friday we will do a mixture of more TV. We'll do TV and then we'll also do crushes of the era. So that's what we will do next Friday. We'll be on YouTube for an hour next week. How long until the Discord crossover? We're getting ready to go over there. I need about 5 to 10 minutes to take care of my animals and to get a fresh beverage and a snack. So give me about 5 minutes to do that, and then I'll meet you over on the Discord. Is there any super chats that I missed? I don't think so. I think I got all your requests for music. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me and supporting the channel with your super chats and all your great discussion that's in the chat. For those of you that want to hang out with me even more, we're getting ready to head over to the Discord and we are going to listen to some music. We're going to watch that pilot and just hang out for another hour or two. So I will see you guys over on the Discord in about 5 to 10 minutes. Otherwise, I will see you guys later. Okay, bye.